The power of video.
Oh yeah.
Why is it so powerful?
Because it's a tool that's come to light in the last little while that before you needed to have very sophisticated equipment. It's a little bit like the music industry got destroyed because, at one point you needed a recording studio. Now it's not the case.
I mean, we're filming this on 2 iPhones and a light.
Don't disillusion them. I want them to think that there's this massive crowd out there.
Okay, yeah, there's film crew. There's Bob. Hi, Bob and Sue. There you go.
How you doing?
Tell you what.
All right, that's great.
There's loads of them in there.
Exactly.
Hi, Sue. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jim as well.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But again, the situation now is that it's come to the forefront of people's minds to say to themselves, we can utilize this tool. It's a tool. Everything is a vehicle.
It's a communication tool, isn't it?
Exactly. And how we got to best do it. And what I see when I observe other people is they're sort of, in one side they're saying, right, well, I want to sell, and I want to talk about the reason that I'm talking to you today is because if you do this and this and that, you will make this. And then there's another approach where you say, I'm going to talk about something completely different. I'm going to talk about the walls or the light. What the hell's that got to do with this? Well, you're looking at my persona and you're saying, is there a certain poise? Is there a belief that this guy is relatively smart? If he's smart for me, he might be smart for them. So they want that level of communication where the trust and confidence, and it doesn't matter what subject you're talking about.
I think the magic, I mean, let's be frank, I wouldn't be here unless it was through the power of video, is that I've learned that there's only 3 ways in this world that you can communicate: the written word, audio and visual, and we are very visual animals, and there's nothing better than face to face, but the next best thing is watching 2 other people. People will watch 2 people talk, and people want the truth. They want to, I think a lot of people, in fact, I have taught hundreds of estate agents how to do video, yet only 20% of them actually do it, even though I teach them how to do it and get over their fears, because they go back and come with excuses. And I think people are worried too much that people will judge them. Isn't it funny how we allow others to judge us, when in reality the only voice we should listen to is our own? Don't get me wrong, we have to take reference to what other people say about us.
Well, they're doing it for the wrong reason. And you have to get this point across to them about the why. The reason for doing this, for them to do that, for us, for anything, is on multi-levels. It's a learning experience, it's an experience, it's not being afraid to make mistakes.
Just be yourself.
Well,
I mean, my first videos were appalling.
Not just yourself, but the best self. I mean, the authentic self is a self that doesn't look at judgment. So it's a case of, people are too, what is prejudice? Prejudging. Every word in English, and a lot of the English language is a wizard language, demon, in this thing. Where all these witch, there's all these sort of funny words. But ultimately, you have to think to yourself, am I pleased with what I'm doing in the presentation? Am I looking to keep growing and evolving? What can I learn from you and myself? Because ultimately, we are in a society of communication. We are communicators, and we're also. And now it's a case of too many things getting thrown to the table to distract us away. It looks to me like there's some sort of hidden agenda to stop people from evolving and growing, which I don't like. I want to see people having opportunities throughout the world to be the best version of themselves, because it's good for human nature, good for mankind.
But at the same, and we have to take personal responsibility for ourselves to grow as human beings. We have to be accountable to ourselves and the people that we love. We have to be aware of our strengths and weaknesses, and just realise in this world that it comes down to hard work and patience.
Well, working hard and working smart. Again, there's all these formulas.
True. Yeah, I agree with you. There's plenty of people that work hard but don't work smart. You have to work smart and hard. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, you have to work hard and smart, but there's another factor. It's not enough to work hard and smart. You also you have to ask yourself difficult questions sometimes.
That comes back down to accountability and awareness.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
I think you do. But I think it's everyone's coming up with formulas. You know, as I say, I love the Robins of this world and all these characters. They're certainly helping people. All of a sudden, morphed is all these so-called life coaches that have
Yeah,
appeared.
but let's leave it at that, because I just want to ask you another question about why people go on these courses but never do anything about it.